Hi everyone, my name is Pavan, and if you have seen my previous videos, you would by now know that I'm trying to record some videos for questions which I think could be asked during interviews, especially the front-end part. Uh, for the video that I'm going to do today, I'm going to cover, I feel, a commonly asked question called Memoize. And this has got now more popular with React using use Memoize hook. Uh, so let's go ahead and implement this. So some of the questions, when you would get asked this question, you might be asked to generate the key on your own, or sometimes you might even get a resolver function being passed as a second param for the memoize, which helps you generate the key. So before we get started, we have to understand what does memoize do. So memoize is always going to return a function. The only difference is that it either uses the cache value of it, or it executes the function with calling the corresponding downstream function for it. So let's start with implementing it. As I said, it returns a function. So let's return a function with arguments. Now let's generate the key. In this case, there's a resolver function. Now let's check if resolver exists. And if resolver exists, you're going to pass the arguments to it so that it generates the key. And if the resolver doesn't exist, which is where you need to decide how you generate the key. So an easy approach, especially for the sake of interview, is to just use arguments and join it with a delimiter like underscore. And now since you're returning a function, you get a closure. So the memo function becomes a closure. So you just use a simple map object outside. And all you're going to do is you're going to check if in my map, if the key exists, return the output directly from the object. If not, take the value that you get from the function and store it into the map. So how would you execute the function over here? So you just call the apply, pass the context. It's very important that you don't use arrow function here. You use the actual function so that you actually you get this value of it. If you would use the arrow function, then you would have an undefined this and you wouldn't be able to use this. So you need to ensure that this is a name or a regular function and not an arrow function. Args and return map key. That's it. It's as simple as this. Just 5 lines of code. And let's try running this code and see if it passes all the tests. Awesome. So it did. Yes, so this was the implementation for map. This is a very short video. Hopefully this is helpful. Thank you very much. I'll keep recording more videos and I'll keep sharing those.